now we have to talk about. Well, we don't have to. We're choosing to talk
Right.
about Meagan Good setting the record straight on a moment that set the internet on fire in another way, where Michael Ealy apparently, I don't know, do they have something going on together? It was a speaking engagement for something. It was I can find out what the speaking engagement for, but what made them get talked about is Meagan Good is with um Jonathan Majors, and they were attending a meet and greet. Meagan Good, Michael Ealy are a part of a group attending a meet and greet. Jonathan Majors is with Meagan Good. Michael Ealy shows up, gives Meagan Good a big hug, lifts her off the ground, bypasses Jonathan Majors, and proceeds to shake hands with other people in the group. The internet went crazy with this, wondering why Michael Ealy would just so openly shade Jonathan Majors and ignore him. Is there something going on that was so disrespectful? Blah, blah, blah. Is there some kind of beef? And Meagan Good had to join in on the shade room on Instagram to set the record straight that they don't have any beef and that they had previously greeted each other before that footage was captured, but no one wants to talk about that because everyone is looking for the sensational stuff. So that's the backdrop on that. Um, so here's some context here. This says Meagan Good breaks silence on backlash from hugging Michael Ealy. Meagan Good evoked the wrath of the internet during a recent meet and greet. The actress reunited with former co-star Michael Ealy and greeted him by giving him a long hug. Ealy proceeded to lift her off the ground during said hug. The issue, at least according to people online, though, was that Ealy did not talk or interact with Good's boyfriend, Jonathan Majors. He greeted everyone else in the group except for the Creed 3 star. The interaction was widely viewed as a rude gesture towards Majors. The backlash reached such a fever pitch, in fact, that Meagan Good addressed the video on July 15th. The actress took to the Shade Room comment section to set the record straight. According to her, there isn't any problem between Ealy and Majors. She believes the video was simply taken out of context and overanalyzed. Scratching my head, super unfortunate how people don't have anything better to do than project on others, she wrote, and intentionally perpetuate negative, misguided commentary on life snippets they have no real context to. It's sad, sigh, but still, God bless y'all. Everyone loves to give those shit sandwiches. Um, Meagan Good's reaction to the controversy makes sense, especially when the full video of the interaction made its way online. In the full video, Michael Ealy can actually be seen talking with and greeting Jonathan Majors before he greets Good. This debunks the theory that there's beef between the actors or that Good had disrespected Majors. The omission of this crucial interaction was something that Meagan Good actually brought to the internet's attention. The actress once again went to the Shade Room comment section to assert that the hug had been taken out of context. So we're just going to edit out the first part, Meagan Good asked the social media account. The video where Jonathan and Michael exchange a big hug first and then speak life over each other before he gives me a big brother hug. Good is no stranger to controversy, especially when it involves Jonathan Majors. That being said, the actress maintains that things between them are better than ever. The support we've been able to give each other, she told Today, the pouring into each other, the honest conversations, it's been really wonderful. Oh, that's so nice. So here is the video that got everybody thinking that there must be something going on between these two individuals.
What's up, baby? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Everything good? How you doing, Mike? Nice to meet you. How old is it? This is fire. I love it. I love it. Dion would love this. Absolutely. One more. One more.
All right, so there you go. So Meagan Good is asserting that everything was taken out of context, and before the contents of that video, Majors and Ealy were actually greeting each other and having a conversation and exchange pleasantries and She's saying all of that was taken out of context and people on the internet are projecting on the others. Do you think there is something to what we saw in that footage there of Michael Ealy bypassing Jonathan Majors to greet everyone?
there was something to that video. And I feel gaslit reading that. She was gaslighting all of us. We all saw that. Now, my thing is, her talking about putting this into context. Fine. Let's imagine that this Ealy guy was talking to Jonathan Majors for 5 minutes, talking to him, dapping him up, straight one-on-one. And then here comes Meagan Good, and he still does that? That hug was inappropriate. So, anytime my woman foot leaves the ground when she's hugging another dude, there's a violation going on there. Okay, bro violated. Sometimes girls give indications they want to get picked up like that. But in this situation, bro just went for the snag. And she wasn't opposed to it. She went for the whole thing. The thing about this that was so telling is when after, first of all, it was Jonathan Majors making that face. Like, oh yeah, y'all gonna do this right here? Y'all gonna do this like this right here in front of me? And then after the hug, all of her got real quiet, making eye contact with Majors, trying to be like, hey, it's all good, man. It wasn't a big deal. No, but don't do that.
Right.
Anytime a woman is with her man and she respect, bro, everybody's the dap from far away. It's like, hey man, you could dap it up. They trying to come in for the hug, you just keep them out there. And that's all she had to do. But she acting like she ain't seen this dude in 30 years. So I can't go for that. I felt like she violated, and then I felt like she tried to gaslight us. So and all that love and light stuff that she trying to throw on top of it, you know what I'm saying, with her little fairy dust and all this other stuff. It's like, hey, good luck, Jonathan, with that. I already know how that go. She pulled that off seamlessly too, with all of that, without context and all this, trying to make me feel guilty. I saw what I saw. So no, so don't try to gaslight me. I ain't buying it, Megan. You violated there. And Jonathan, hey, bruh, you sure can pick him. But what are your thoughts, sir, on Mr. Ealy? You think he violated lifting up Megan, or am I tripping?
So here's the thing. I don't know the nature of their relationship. Obviously, I don't know them. We're just using this as content for the channel because there's a larger conversation to be had about the dynamics of human behavior, right?
Correct.
Like whenever we choose any of these topics, it's not necessarily to engage in the gossip mill, but it's rather to peel away the root of the conversation so that we can actually have an enlightened conversation on the channel, or at least that's the goal behind it. So I'll say this, having said that, I don't know them. They are a Hollywood celebrity people. They go way back, they go way back. They've been in a couple of movies together. They got a lot of skin in the game. They've known each other for a long time. So whatever. Excuse me. Maybe they're that close. Maybe they're that close and that's just whatever. But here's my thing on this. Mm-hmm. All having said all of that, mm-hmm. I've known you my whole life. Mm-hmm. So I've known you, full disclosure, people out there. I've known this dude since I was like 11 years old. I've known Dogon SS since the 6th grade. I was like 10, 11 years old. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is a friendship going back almost 30 years. If this guy came to an event with his woman for as long as I've known him and how much I know that if I did something like what Ealy did, he might brush it off because he knows that there's trust and all of that because we've known each other for so long. Mm-hmm. I still wouldn't do that. Like correct. I still wouldn't pick your girl up off the ground like that. I wouldn't do it. Like, there's a certain level of decorum and respect for like relationship sanctity that kicks in
Right.
that says, I'm just gonna give her the side hug.
Correct.
Or even if it's a frontal embrace, whatever. But I'm not gonna like pick her up off the ground. Like, even if I go way back with her, like even if I've been knowing her for a while and we all are friends and whatever, you know what I'm saying? I know you, I respect you. Me and you go back over 20 years. And even if I knew this chick and I know that it ain't nothing there but platonic energy, out of respect for you, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. So, people can say, oh, y'all just doing whatever. Look, people, at the end of the day, man code is man code. And I feel like that was a violation as
He
well.
violated.
Am I gonna read too much into it? No, because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn. I don't know them personally. But the thing about it is, I put myself into Ealy's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Me. So JV Wins is there and not Michael Ealy. I know that this dude is with her.
Right.
I know that this is her man. I know these things, right? So I'm not going to just show up and just embrace her and pick her up off the ground. And I'm not going to do it solely because the idea might creep into my mind that maybe he would not be cool with that. Even if me and him are cool, I'm going to think about it from the standpoint, me and him might be cool, and me and him might be close, and me and him might be friends. But despite all of that, you just never know what his boundaries are. He
Correct.
might not be okay with that.
Correct.
And if I don't definitively know, like you would have to give me permission. You would literally have to say, yo, JV, if you ever want to hug my girl by picking her up off the ground, I'll be totally cool with it. Which you never do. But I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, it would have to be illicit permission in order for me to know beyond the shadow of a doubt that I am not in violation of any of your boundaries as her man by doing something like that. And so again, these people are operating on a different plane of existence. And it's beyond my comprehension. But in the real world, I would perceive that as a violation. And if I was on the other side of it, if I was Ealy, even if I felt like he might be okay with it, just out of respect for bro code and the notion that he might feel as though I am in violation of his boundaries, I just wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't do that if that was your girl. And I've known you my whole life. So it's just one of those situations where, to me, it's kind of weird and awkward behavior. But as the Romans, I guess, do as the Romans do, they say. And I guess just the rules of typical society just don't apply to everyone who operates in those alternative social circles, I guess. So I guess the joke's on me.
And well, I mean, the whole thing with these Hollywooders. Oh, I hear echo back there. For me.
You still hear it? You hear it?
No, I'm good. So okay. The thing is with these Hollywooders, man, you're right, bro. They'll do any damn thing. Who knows how they really live. And so, but still, man, I think the reason why this went as viral as it did was because dudes have been in similar situations. It don't have to be picking the girl up off the ground. It's the girl having somebody from her past and being a little too friendly with bro in your face. And it's disrespectful. And I think a lot of guys have seen that, witnessed that in their own lives, where they're like, hey, that's that energy right there. We all know what that's about. And so yeah, and the internet gonna get messy with it. But I think once this situation came up and people were calling it out, I was with that. So I wasn't. This is one of those things where they getting in these people business. But I was like, if y'all want to get in these people business to talk about, at least from the videos I saw, about like how you got to have the quorum,
right? Yeah,
and respect for your partner and all this other stuff. And bro just coming in off the violation. I mean, bro just came in violating like. And it's even worse if he was talking to me earlier. So you were talking to me earlier, and then my girl comes, you want to pick up off the ground? And so again, I think that the reason why, another reason why people felt some type of way about this and started talking about it was Major's reaction to it all. Where he's like, wow, you gonna really pick up like this in my face like this? Like, you don't know I just left DV charges? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this girl gonna accidentally fall down the stairs tonight messing around with you, man. So DV's not a joke, guys. I'm just playing. But yeah, man, this is wild stuff, man. So yeah, I ain't having it, bro. You can't pick my girl up. I don't care how cool we is.
Yeah. And I
Like,
wouldn't do it.
That's so weird, bro. And I got homegirls that I've known too for like pushing 20 years at this point for some of them. I would never, even if I haven't seen some of them in like 10 years, physically, I wouldn't do that. Now if she jumps into my arms, that's a discussion that she has to have with her man, but I'm not going to be the one that picks her up. So yeah, man, he went for the lift. She stayed for the carry, and that's why I feel like they were both in the wrong. So Jonathan Majors, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever with this dude anyway, man. This is a fake ass relationship, if you ask me, to begin with, because it was so PR to rebound from it. So who even knows what they're even doing together? They might even really be in a real relationship. This is Hollywood stuff. So this might just be a PR relationship. So yeah. Hazel eyes, you can pick me up. That's what she was saying. So yeah, so whatever, man. These people gonna do what they do, but for the principle of the matter, guys, don't go around doing stuff like this, man, unless y'all want problems. This is definitely not how to go around conducting yourselves, man. And ladies, don't gaslight us when we saw what we saw, because I saw that, Megan, and you can't pull one on me.
Well, you know what they say: if a man has an issue with something like this, then he's insecure. That's the logic. Yeah, that's the logic behind it. I'm insecure because of a violation of my boundaries. But it is what it is. I think, I wonder what the reaction would have been had it been Majors picking up some other chick off the ground. I wonder what would have happened if that had been the case. I think it would have been even louder. I think the internet would have been like, bro, doing that right in front of Megan. How dare he?
Yeah.
So
I knew he was a scumbag.
Yeah.
All the above. But Megan is love and light. Jesus love you. And then we go, yeah, we rolling on to the next thing.
Yeah. I just there's a certain aspect of respect and decorum that I think was affronted in that situation. A lot of people may not see it that way, but I know that if me and my girl showed up somewhere and you did that, me and you would probably have a conversation after that. And then me and her would have a conversation after that one. So it's not end of the world type stuff where it's going to be yelling, cussing, fussing, and fighting, but there's just going to be a conversation in which there is a reestablishment of an understanding of certain boundaries. And if that means that I'm unreasonable because of that, then it is what it is. Whatever,
Yeah. Hey, bring back decorum, y'all. Bring back decorum and discretion.
Ooh. Shouts out to Meagan Good, man. She's still an OG in the game. Yeah, I got love for Megan, but yeah, gaslighting was commencing here for sure.